callers have any questions about it, and so on. All right, there we go.
Were we supposed to click on the landing page link?
No, I'm driving the ship.
Okay.
So
You can view don't worry about that.
Yeah, as long as you can view my screen, then we're okay. And it looks
I see.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, diversity is spelled wrong.
Oh, it sure is. Deanna.
I spelled it wrong twice today. And you work there. Why? I know. I couldn't figure out why I kept seeing my emails didn't match.
Wow,
I kept forgetting
Mary.
something. Yeah, I forgot the T and fixed that and went back and they said it still wasn't matching. I forgot the I.
Mm-hmm. Deanna is on the phone.
happened.
You know, we've had several calls with Deanna. She's our account manager. So she'll update this landing page, of course. Okay, so let's do introductions. So I'm Scott Reynolds, Vice President here at Benaware. I've been on the calls as well, so I think we're familiar with each other. We have Deanna Burrow online from our team as well, who has been your main point of contact throughout the setup. From Aon, we have Deb and Joe. Did someone just join? Maybe they just joined the conference here. And then we have my enrollment team is on the line as well. And then we have Mary and Melody from Diversity UTech. And maybe Tina's going to be joining us here as well. So before we get started here, Deb, would you like to maybe kick us off and tell us a little bit about the group and the past experiences and what we're looking forward to during this enrollment?
Sure. We have used an enrollment firm before, but it appeared that after that initial enrollment, we had a call center, but things didn't always go smoothly. Sometimes the call center wasn't quite as responsive as we might have liked. So we're excited about working with Benaware. Diversity View Tech is very interested in their team members. They want to provide them the best benefit possible, and you know that's a big deal to them. You know, team member satisfaction is a big deal to Diversity View Tech. They offer a full plan of benefits. They offer one medical PPO. They offer a dental plan. They will have a new vision provider this year. It will be MetLife. They'll be offering new voluntary benefits this year: accident, critical illness, and hospital indemnity. They have had accident and critical illness before. With Chubb, the hospital indemnity is going to be completely new to their team members this year. They also have supplemental life for team members, and they can also enroll independent supplemental life if those members also enroll.
Okay, thank you. So for my team, I attached to the invite here, I attached the current members that are enrolled in the Chubb plans so that you have that for reference. Definitely want to be checking that with everyone you sit down with to make sure that if they have the Chubb products, at least, that they certainly know about the MetLife plans. Of course, we're going to do that for everyone.
Did we ever get the question answered if they're currently with Chubb, if their benefits are going to automatically roll over to MetLife, or will they have to reapply? They will have to reapply. Okay, they will have to reapply. Yep. Joe, I think you were going to. Joe, I think you were going to check with Chubb. Isn't Chubb going to reach out to those members though?
Yeah. Exactly. So, Scott, this is something that's important that we want to be making sure people are aware of, that they will not be automatically enrolled, but they will be getting a letter if they do want to continue that on a direct bill basis. So we want to make sure that they understand what that letter is for. Just give them that heads up so they know what to do with it and they don't worry about it or purchase a second plan, not understanding what they're doing.
Okay. All right, sounds good. And then the other attachment here is the actual schedule. You guys have this. I've sent this out weeks ago. So we have the location. The addresses are on tab 2. We have the locations. There's 2 locations, and then number of eligible employees, and then the shifts. There's 2 shifts. Irby, you have already volunteered to take the night shift, so we know that you're enroller 3. And then for the Blue Springs location, we have Leslie and Julie. And for you, there's actually 2 buildings at Blue Springs that we just found out about, but you'll be enrolling in the cafeteria, or in the break room rather. So you'll be separated into the 2 buildings. One is a larger facility called the main building, I guess, and then the other one is a smaller one. So whoever is at the smaller one, when you finish over there, then you'll come over to the main building that has more employees. But that's a recent development we just found out about. So
I didn't know. I'm sorry, Scott. I didn't know about we were switching. I thought everyone was coming to this one side, assembly side.
That was an email we got from Tina this morning.
Okay, that was not shared with me because that's not what I've been telling my team members. Okay.
Okay. We'll confirm with her when she gets on then. Yeah.
Hey, Melody.
Yes, ma'am. Because WellDoc doesn't have a lot of full-time team members at that area. So you may have 20 people that's full-time in that area. It's not a big quality amount. So I'm a little confused as why she wanted to do 2 buildings.
Okay. Understand. We'll confirm with
Melody, while we're talking about the buildings, Melody, do you want to give us a description of how the enrollers need to get on site?
Far as coming into getting registered, is that what you're referring to?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So actually, when they come to the facility, they would need to go to Toyota Security. They would need to mash the call button and tell them that they're here for Diversity VTech. They will let them in to come in and sign for a temporary badge, and then they will contact us to meet them down there to come and get them to bring them back.
Now,
so pretty much we just need to know what time. Yeah, they're
Toyota Security. Is there a sign that says Toyota Security?
Yes,
or do
ma'am.
they go to the visitors?
It is.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it says Toyota Visitors Parking.
Okay,
It
that's
doesn't
what I'm
say
saying.
security.
That's where they need to go. Right. Okay.
And about how long will that process take, Melody, to make sure everybody's there in time?
Being in the morning time, they were asking me to be here at least 30 minutes earlier due to the fact there's a lot of team members that be coming in and out that maybe lost a badge, trying to get a new badge, and of course they will put those team members before the visitors. So at least 30 minutes prior to whatever time they're supposed to be here at our facility.
Okay. And so for my team, we probably want to be there at least 45 minutes to an hour early, actually, for the reason of, especially the first day at least, to get set up initially, to get online, computers booted up, get online, get the brochures that have been delivered for the worksite products, for example. You're going to need all of that to enroll with. So it'll take a little extra time on the first day, as it always does. So I would definitely recommend being there an hour early, which would be 6 a.m. for the morning shift.
Let me ask a question. Exactly when are they getting to Mississippi or to Tupelo or New Albany where they're staying? They come the night before, or will they just be getting in that particular day?
No, the night before.
The night before. So based on, do you know exactly what time that they'll be getting here? Because what they actually can do is actually get their badge the day before.
Oh, okay. Well,
because we have 2 shifts.
Time varies, but okay, yeah, okay.
I mean, we can do that. So therefore, that'll cut some time for them on the initial first day. We can get the badge the day before.
So that would be Sunday. Would there be folks around to be? They just have to go to security then?
Well, they would have to. Well, yeah, it's the visitors parking lot. Yes, center.
Okay. Well, that's what we'll do then. They come in at various times because they're coming from different places. But I'll make sure that they have that info to come the day before and get checked in and get that temporary ID badge.
Okay. Again, I know I have their names. If you would, can you send me their email address? I can go ahead and send them the form so they can go ahead and complete that, have that completed. And then I can contact security to let them know that they'll be coming in the day before, but they don't need access to the building until that following Monday at 6.
Yeah, that would be great. That would help expedite things. You can just send that form to Deanna and myself if you want.
Okay.
And I'll take it from there. Okay, great.
And
then, yes.
Scott, just to clarify,
Yeah.
we're just talking about Blue Springs, about this higher level of security.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, they just walk on up in here in New Albany.
Hey, they come to the lobby, but then they're locked out.
All right. And then the other thing is, and I sent this to my team in an email, but the other thing is that we have a scheduling process here, but not all the employees have made an appointment. So you'll be working with the managers and supervisors, some of which are on this call. But I gave you all the names of those folks. So we're going to give you the scheduled appointments each evening, as we always do, the night before. But if there are gaps, that there definitely will be gaps in between those appointments, that you can reach out to one of those managers or supervisors to get the next person that's available. And that's kind of how we're going to work this one.
I went in this morning, tried to go ahead and schedule a couple of people, so you should have a little bit more for Blue Springs.
Okay.
As of this morning when Deanna sent out the schedule.
Okay, great. And what I usually do is just hold off anyway until Sunday night to send it. And I'll just send Monday to them. And then we kind of go from there.
Some of our team members were wondering about the enroller 1 and 2. It doesn't matter which one they choose,
No,
does it?
Does not matter.
Okay, I didn't think
both on the same shift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I have another question. Since I am scheduling our team members myself, if they try to do that over the weekend, would it still schedule them again?
Well, the system, the scheduling system would still be open. So what you're saying is, if you've made an appointment for an employee, and if they go in on the weekend on their own and make another appointment for them, yeah, there will be a duplicate.
So let me ask you a question. Is there a way you might can possibly cut it off for Blue Springs as far as tomorrow? Now, actually? After I finish this afternoon?
Yes. We can't do it just for Blue Springs, but we can pull the whole thing. Yes.
Okay. Because I should be finished this afternoon with scheduling everyone that's left.
Okay, so cut off scheduler.
How long does that take, Mel? I haven't tried it yet.
Well, actually, it's a couple of seconds because you don't have to go in and out. It'll actually let you enroll the next person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just have a lot of, my opposite shift is the one who's not participated at all.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as far as logistics go, I think we've got that covered. Coming in the day before is definitely going to help in the morning, Monday morning, to get through security and to get in. Now, when they come to security with their ID badge on Monday, they still have to ask for you, right? Because you have to escort them.
Well, actually, I'm going to call and get some more to see exactly what type of badge they're going to give them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be based on that. But if they give them a temporary badge, then they will be asked to come to our parking lot on Monday morning and not have to go to security. And they'll be able to enter in the building then. But let me check with security to double check and see exactly what type of badge they're going to give them.
Okay, great. All right, great. I'm glad we got that covered. All right, so let's take a look at the benefits here. So,
Scott,
yes.
How do you want Melody to let you all know where they're supposed to come on Monday morning? Melody, do you want her to email Deanna or?
Yes, exactly. Once
Okay.
she finds out, just email Deanna and we'll be in touch. All right, so let's take a look.
And Scott, approximately what time do you think they may arrive on Sunday? In a ballpark.
I'm definitely going to say later in the afternoon. Probably, Irby, what time do you plan on getting in?
I plan on being there about 4 o'clock
Yeah.
because I'm coming from Ponchatoula, so.
And I think that's going to be the same with everyone. So, maybe 5, 6 p.m., something like that is when they would probably be in.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the landing page, guys. I put the link here in the training invite as well, just for reference, because this has all the benefit information. So employees have the ability to schedule an appointment here, and some of them have, and sometimes HR has been handling this. The enrollment information, effective date is April 1st. And then we have the actual summaries and the brochures, like we always do. And for my team on here, you guys are very used to this. So the landing page is a good source of enroller training materials too. So I like to use it for training purposes. It has all the plan documents, brochures, pretty much everything that you need in one place. So let's just click on the medical plan summary here. And I'm just going to kind of drive here. So I'm just going to kind of go through the highlights. Deb or anyone from the DV team, jump in, please, and add or elaborate to what I'm saying, because I'm just basically going off the summary here. Okay, so Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi, $1,000 deductible for the individual, $2,000 for the family. There is a prescription deductible, $50. And then you can see the out-of-pocket maximums here. In-network benefits, 80%. Out-of-network benefits, 60%. Then you can see the co-pays here. Now, this I could use some help with. Category 1, 2, 3, and 4. Most of the time, this is going to be generics, preferred brand name drugs, non-preferred drugs, and specialty. But Deb, is that the same here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then there's a network of pharmacies here. Community Plus Pharmacy is where you're going to get your co-pays. And this is a current provider. This carrier is already in force, right?
Yes.
Okay. Maintenance drugs, 90-day supply. Is that 2 co-pays for 90 days?
Is that what? Sorry.
Do they pay 2 co-pays for 90-day supply, or is it just a regular?
I'm not sure. It might be 3 co-pays. That's
okay.
3 month supply. Yeah.
It depends on the plan.
It's my understanding if they use what Blue Cross calls a Community Plus maintenance pharmacy, then the co-pays are the category 1 is the same as if they went to the retail pharmacy.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, it's Tina. Sorry I'm late.
Hi, Tina. Okay, let's see. Disease-specific drugs. Let's see, 10%, $200 copay.
For disease-specific drugs, Scott, the member pays 10% up to a maximum of a $200 copay.
Okay, let's do that. So that would be specific to like diabetes, for example?
Right.
Gotcha.
Injections or something like that, correct?
Yes. And we're seeing this more and more, generic drugs. So if a generic equivalent prescription drug is available, but the member purchases a brand name drug, the member will be responsible for the entire cost of the drug. It's becoming more and more popular with plans. Let's see. Well, this is a very detailed summary, so I don't think we have to go into all of this, but let's see. Anything?
We just created a benefits guide. In fact, I'm just sending it to the printer today. I'm going to send that to you
Yeah.
It's a little bit better. I think it's easier to read. There's a lot of verbiage on this page. I think that guide might be helpful to your enrollers.
Yes, definitely. I'll pass that along when I get it.
Okay.
Will there be any
Does
hard
anybody
copies?
know when the employees are going to receive a copy of that? What's being sent to the printers?
I sent it to the printer today. He hasn't responded to let me know when they'll be shipped. I'm pretty sure they won't be there by Monday.
Okay, just curious. Thanks.
Sure. I'll let Scott, when I send you those guides, I'll let you know when the copies should be sent to Diversity Butech.
Okay. Let's see. For office visits, it looks like $25 and $40 copay, primary and specialist, in network, and then out of network 60%. Anything else we should touch on when it comes to the medical plan?
No, the preventive. We try to harp on that. The preventive care is at 100%.
Yes, it's right here. Let's see. Benefits are covered. For covered screenings are provided at 100% at no out-of-pocket cost. Services must be rendered by a network provider, of course. Okay, so that's something that we'll definitely touch on, is the preventive services. All right. So one medical plan, it's PPO.
Yeah, and also on the medical, Scott,
Yeah.
you may want to reiterate with the team members about the different copays for if they go to a specialist versus a regular physician.
Yeah.
I've had several team members come back and like, oh, I didn't know I had to pay an additional, from the $25 versus the $40.
Okay.
From a primary to a specialist.
Gotcha. Okay, we'll definitely do that then. So the process, is that when we sit down with an employee, we're going to touch on those bullet points about the deductible, the coinsurance, the copays. Those are the main points, and I think those are probably the main points in the benefits guide as well. What is my copay? What's my deductible? What's the coinsurance? What's the out-of-pocket maximum? Those are like the main bullet points, I guess, that we would touch on there. And of course, the preventive services.
Okay.
And dental plan, one plan is PPO. So we have a $50 deductible, $1,000 maximum per calendar year per person, which is pretty standard. So in-network, 100% coverage for diagnostic preventive, oral exams, cleanings, x-rays, and so on. Basic services at 80%, and then major services at 50%. No orthodontist should benefit on either one. The deductible, does the deductible apply to preventive services?
No.
It normally is not. So.
Is there a pre-X for those who did not sign up on the dental last year?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay. So that's a pretty simple document. 180 and 50. One plan.
Yep.
And then the vision, new carrier, MetLife. These are the rates, but they're in the system. And here's the summary. So in-network, $10 copay for the eye exam. And then you have a copay for the lenses, all $10. And then in-network, you get discounts on other services, so tinting and so on, progressive lenses. $130 frame allowance, which is pretty customary. And then contact lenses, $130 allowance in lieu of frames. And
then
there it is.
Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for.
So one eye exam a year, lenses once a year, frames every 2 years. Contact lenses once So vision plans, one plan, new carrier though, so that's important to note. And it's MetLife.com. That's about it. And then term life, supplemental term life insurance. So the system, there is an open enrollment. So if an employee can elect up to $100,000 on themselves, guarantee issue. And then if they exceed that, you'll see in the system that it prompts them for an EOI. The folks on the line here are going to print out some EOIs for you to have on hand. The employee you'll be able to tell the employee how much they need it for. However much they go over 100,000 is what they need it for. And then they need to complete it. The employee needs to complete it and turn it into DV. Spouse guarantee issue is a 25,000, and then same thing applies to the EOI. They exceed it, and then children are 10,000. They're capped at 10. But it's all very well explained in the system.
But I think it's important to point out that the team member must enroll in order for the spouse or child to be eligible.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The system should also prevent that from happening. You would not be able to enroll the spouse without the employee having coverage. Speaking of coverage, we have current coverage loaded. We didn't load the Chubb products, but you have a spreadsheet for that. But everything else is loaded in the system. So I'll show you all how to locate that. But it's helpful when it comes to just to know which plan the employee's enrolled in today.
When you say it's not loaded, you mean it's not loaded on your system?
Yes, right.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have accident and critical illness, which we're with Chubb, moving to MetLife, and then we're adding hospital indemnity. So I'll go through these. These are actually more like plan document summaries here, which is good. It's better. Let's see. So the accident plan, obviously you guys know that this works on a fee schedule. So broken bones, dislocations, eye injuries, burns, lacerations, etc. And lodging benefits. There's a $50 health screening benefit once a year. And then here's an example if an employee needed services of what kind of breakdown it would be for them. Obviously, this plan is in place to help offset those out-of-pocket expenses that are incurred when an accident happens. It's a good benefit for employees. There's the rates, but of course they're in the system as well. One thing to note on the accident that's not in here, I'll send you guys the actual plan summaries, but there is a hospital admission benefit, which is $750, and a daily benefit of $225 a day. I'll send the enrollment team the summaries, that information. Critical illness, 3 options, 10.
Scott,
Yeah.
excuse me, does the accident plan cover them on and off the job?
It does.
Okay, great.
There you go, 24 hours. Good question, Arby. So the critical illness, $10,000, $20,000, and $30,000 benefit. Spouse, 50%. Child, 50% of the employee's elected benefit amount. And then you see that we have initial and recurrence. The separation from the recurrence is 1 year. And there's actually 3 times that an employee can receive a benefit amount. Total benefit is 3 times the initial benefit. So if they choose $10,000, if they're diagnosed multiple times, they can receive a benefit again. So you have the listed benefits here and the percentages, and then the recurrence benefits for some of the conditions at least. The 22 listed conditions are down here, and please note that this is a 25% benefit for all of those. But to have some type of coverage for all of those is very good. There's also where is it? Here's an example, actually, if someone is diagnosed multiple times, how that works. There's a $50 screening benefit for the critical illness, and that list of all the screenings that can be performed. And I think that's it. Now, this is a takeover here from Chubb, so the current insureds get a waiver of pre-X. Of course, the current insureds are on that list that I gave you. That's about it.
Hey, Scott, this is Joe. I'm going to go back and look at something. I believe pre-X is waived for everyone. Let me go back and confirm that, okay?
Yeah, okay. I'll follow up with you on that. Pre-X. Okay. All right, and then hospital indemnity. This is a new plan this year. Hospital admission twice a year, $500 benefit if they're admitted to the hospital. Confinement, hospital confinement, $100 a day for 15 days. And then the rehab services, $100 a day for 15 days. And then there's also a health screening benefit on this as well. So there's 3 health screening benefits for all 3 products there. One's a wellness benefit, but $50 health screening on the hospital indemnity. So this is a new benefit. Employees are not used to seeing this. Definitely want to make sure we cover this. And obviously the point is to help you with your out-of-pocket expenses, just like everything else. Guarantee you.
Hey, Scott, this is Joe. I did confirm there is no pre-X at all on the CI plan.
Okay, that's excellent. So current insureds or not, everybody gets a waiver of pre-X. That's outstanding. Okay, so that covers all of the benefits. Now I'm going to go into the system. I sent you all the link in the training invite here to the platform, and then I also provided logins and separate emails to you from my team. So when we enroll, we go in as administrators. You log into the system. Now Deanna, make a note, we need to reset this Sunday evening. But we have real employees loaded here and the reason we do that is for testing purposes, because we want to be able to test the people that have the current coverage, make sure it shows up and everything. So for the enrollment team, you can just use the taskbar or the search bar here on the left. I like to go the other way though. Enrollment and employees. Let's just use this employee that I was in earlier. I'm just going to reset them here. Enroll. So the group has had the opportunity to test this system as well. They've made some little tweaks to it, but it's definitely final now. So we have the medical plan, critical illness, hospital indemnity, accident, dental, vision, short-term and long-term disability. Those are employer-paid benefits, and then basic life is employer-paid as well. And then the supplemental term life, employee, spouses, and children. A little welcome message to the plan enrollment here.
Scott, what is the waiting, or maybe somebody else can tell me, what is the waiting period on the disability and for how long? Because even though it's employer paid, they're going to ask us. Is there like a 14-day waiting period with a 6-month benefit and then a 6-month waiting with a retirement age or a 2-year?
For the short-term disability, accident applies day 1, sickness is day 8. And for short-term, the benefit duration is 13 weeks.
Okay.
Long-term disability, there's a 90-day elimination period. And that's to age 65.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Good question. Thank you. So personal information, this is all populated from the census data we received. So if they need to change the address, though, I think you can change that. These fields are not required. I don't believe they are. No, the fields are not required, but if you capture that information, it's always good to have a phone number, on file or an email address. Now, regarding the confirmations, we're going to provide the confirmation forms to DV post-enrollment, and they're going to distribute to the employee. So if you finish your enrollment and the employee asks, well, how do I know what I signed up for? They're going to get a copy later. Dependents. Now, dependents were not loaded or not provided to be loaded on the census. So you just click the plus sign there and add them, or you can hit over here and add the dependents in. The employees have been alerted to the fact that they'll need date of births and socials and so on for the children, for the dependents. Now, for the medical plan, this person's currently enrolled in the medical, so it shows here. Same carrier and everything. Only one plan. So they pick their tier. I don't have any dependents loaded, so they pick their tier and enroll or decline. Very simple. The critical illness, this is based on tobacco status. So have you smoked cigarettes, pipes, or cigars, or used tobacco in any form in the last year? Yes or no. That drives the rates. I only have an employee loaded. It doesn't let me do the other options. I can go back and load someone else if I want to, but I don't have anybody today. So it gives me the employee only cost per pay period 10, 20, and 30. See the rate changes as we go through here. Or you can waive, of course. Beneficiaries, I was already in here before, so it has living children defaulted, but I can click the plus sign and add anybody else that I want for the beneficiary. This is a question from MetLife. Answer is yes here. Hospital indemnity is the next product. Ari's already in here, so it's defaulted to the plan already. Same question. A similar question pops up. And then the accident plan. Now it's only saying current on these because I was already in here with this person. We got to reset everybody back to scratch. But as I stated before, they're not loaded, so they're on that spreadsheet. Similar question for the accident. Dental plan, there's only one. This person's currently enrolled in it. You choose your tier. You guys are very familiar with our system, but vision plan, only one. New carrier, MetLife. The cost. Short-term disability, this is a weekly benefit amount. It's always weekly on short-term and monthly on long-term. We got a weekly benefit amount, 60% employer paid. Nothing to do except hit next. LTD, monthly benefit amount, employer paid. And cost for the employee. Basic life insurance, so we didn't cover this before, but they get one-time salary. There's a little rounding going on there, but it's employer paid benefit. With all life insurances, we need a beneficiary, and they can change beneficiaries. If they have the Sup Life versus other life insurances, the basic life versus Sup Life, they don't have to be the same. And then here is the term life with AD&D. This benefit is guarantee issue up to 100. So you see the green line up to 100,000. They can choose more if they want to. They'll have to fill out that EOI form and return it to HR, but they can. And the system alerts you to the fact that they've exceeded guarantee issue, but they can still apply for it.
Scott,
Yeah.
for the beneficiary designation, I noticed it says all living children. Is there a way for a team member to say, no, I want 50% to go to this child and 50% to go to this person?
Yes, exactly. So these are just the default ones because I don't have any dependents listed here. It would, if I had dependents and they were listed here, if they were listed as dependents rather, they would be listed here as well. And I would just check the boxes. Since they're not, I can add them. So if I click the plus sign here, I can add, a child, list their information. And then when I do that, I can designate the percentage amount to them.
Okay, I just want to make sure that was an option.
Yeah, definitely. So this is a person applied for coverage exceeding guarantee issue. So it says amount allowed is 100. You applied for 110. You're going to need an EOI for 10,000. So it's very clear. Now I don't have a spouse or child loaded, so it didn't give me those options. Again, I can go back and do that, but this is the sign and submit page. So it says if you're satisfied with your elections, click next. If you want to make some changes, these are hyperlinks over here on the left. This is a copy of the unsigned confirmation form that lists everything that they just signed up for. This is the one that they'll get post-enrollment from HR. Total cost per pay period. That's important. And then they sign. You're going to sign with your password to the system. Once you've signed the confirmation, you're finished. Congratulations. And that's it. When you scroll down to the bottom, it has a summary of each benefit. When you scroll down to the bottom, you click the return button. It'll push you back out to the front to show you that this person is now complete. And that's it. Go to the search bar here, pull up the next employee. First name, last four of social. Usually last name works best. If you get someone that sits with you and they're not in the system, it's very likely that they're a new hire. So let's find out what their date of hire was first. Anybody, if that occurs with anyone, just let me know, and we'll work through Deanna to see if we can get that one added or not at this time. We will be handling new hire.
Question.
Yes.
Question. I just hired some team members last week.
Mm-hmm.
They won't be eligible until May. Are they able to sit down with you guys?
Yes.
Or should we just wait?
Well, they're able to sit with us. The system will push the correct effective date based on the person hire and the waiting period that's in the system.
Okay.
So,
okay.
That's a possibility. We just have to get their data in our census.
Yeah, I'll add it to the census that was sent to us. It's about 5 or 6 people.
So are you going to go back, Mary, and get every the other location as well? We have a lot of
just my location. Just New Albany.
Also?
Did you guys not get the census report?
Yes, well, we just converted.
But you're not going to have our new hire.
We just converted some over that won't be eligible until, after the 60 days.
Okay, so if you just provide that data to us in our census format, we'll get those folks loaded, and they can sit with us when we're on site there. So that pretty much covers everything. We've gone through the schedule. We've gone through some logistics about getting the security badge on Sunday versus Monday. That'll help save some time. Now, for the DV team, did you receive? Well, this is Blue Springs, really, because that one's first. Did you receive the worksite brochures from MetLife?
The what brochure?
The brochures for the critical illness, accident, and hospital indemnity from MetLife.
When did you send that?
Well, it came straight from MetLife. We requested it some time ago.
Okay, I did not receive.
I don't know we haven't received ours either. If you can get a confirmation of if it was actually shipped,
Yeah, I think it was shipped on Monday, so I know Tom was, they were aware that we were trying to get them there by tomorrow, so I will check in with them and see if they can track the delivery.
Yes, let
Were
me
they
know
shipped
that
for both?
we have to track them down.
Yes, both locations.
Okay, thank you. I'll look out for them.
Okay, and then when you receive those, if you can put those into the enroller's hands, we like to use them just as a point of reference when we're going over the benefits.
Okay.
Something for the employee to walk away with too.
And just so you know too, they're in the forms library in the system as well,
Oh, okay.
the PDF.
Oh, okay.
And they sure are.
I'll send those to you in an email as well. Would you like that? I don't think I did that.
Yes, please.
Got it.
Okay, so we've covered the logistics, the schedule, the all of the benefits in pretty good detail, the system itself. My enrollment team has logins. Of course, you know, I'm your first point of contact. If anything comes up, I want to know about it first. And if you need anything, of course, send it to me. Anything else from the Aon team or from DV before we part ways here?
I've got a question about the vision, and I'm sorry, you may have covered this already and I just missed it. On the vision, since we're changing carriers, is anything going to convert over? So if someone just had an exam or just got glasses or frames this year already, would they be able to get another one under this plan?
Tina, I'll have to check that. I think they would, because Met wouldn't have that documentation of what they had done before. But let me check that and make sure, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Joe, anything from you?
No, thank you very much, though, Scott.
All right, great. All right, well, thank you all for joining this morning. We really appreciate your attendance here today. And as I said, I've recorded this for my team, so I'll get this wrapped up here and sent out to my team for review. And then, you know, we always kind of correspond after these just to make sure everyone is up to speed and is perfectly comfortable with everything. So again, thank you all for joining, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.